The John Lebang Show has been known to make people laugh, sing, think, scream, throw things in rage, and generally lose their minds. Listener discretion is advised.
Worldwide and out to the greater universe, you're listening to the John Lebang Show.
Another day, another fiat dollar right here on the show. Thank you for joining us. U.S. passes 500,000 boogie woogie deaths. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We've hit a new mark in the boogie woogie experience. Of course, we have Fuuchy also saying that masks, we're going to have to wear masks for another year. Why are we going to have to wear a mask? We're supposed to be, the vaccines are supposed, I'm sorry, the poker is supposed to be getting rid of the boogie woogie, but apparently it's not good enough and we still have to wear the burqas. Infections in Germany on the rise again. Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently, this thing won't ever go away because, well, they're telling us it won't ever go away. Italy warns as well. Tourism in big trouble. Yes, it is, ladies and gentlemen, and a whole bunch of people are going to be poked out there in Israel because that's what they're trying to push across in their country. What an exciting time! Isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? You can get the poker, you can get the boogie woogie, you can't get any freedom. God forbid you have any of that. You can wear a burqa mandated by not only the powers that be, but then every corporation that's too cowardly to oppose the dictates of the bureaucracy. Unbelievable. Joepedo's going to mandate it. You watch it. We're going to have another 3 or 4 years of mandating masks because they're going to find another reason. It's going to be the Boogie Woogie 24, the Boogie Woogie 25. Who knows? As long as they can keep you from having your freedom. As long as they can keep you from doing things you want to do the way you want to do them. People's relationships are being destroyed. Families are being destroyed. Educational systems are falling apart. It doesn't matter because the invisible enemy is everywhere. You can't even see it because it's even on you, folks. So you have to wear that burqa so you don't breathe that virus on someone else. The boogie woogie. Yes, it's coming to get you, ladies and gentlemen, coming to get you. Remember when this was a 2-week thing? You remember that, right? That was a long time ago. People probably forgot about that, but this was supposed to go 2 weeks. Then it went, and it's going to never end. You understand that, ladies and gentlemen, unless the people do something about it. And from what I can tell, most people, or a good majority of people, are just going to follow along with the insanity that is being pushed by the propaganda pulpit and the malpractice media. And the troll, he's in charge of all the medical stuff. I don't know when the troll actually had his last patient. He actually did anything to help people outside of become the highest paid government official. Oh, yeah, that's right. Fuuchy the troll. Did you know he's the highest paid government official? Oh, yeah. In fact, I think the top 4, if I remember correctly, are all medical people. Because we're under a medical tyranny. Yes, we are. Get used to it, folks. Wait till the eugenics start, because that's not too far away. People might have possibly going to pass on the boogie woogie to someone else, so we have to get rid of them before they do that. Very much like the Chinese model way back. You know what happened. Roughly, it's about a year now. Over there in 31, when they brought the little incinerators into the towns there and they just burning away whatever they were burning. Maybe it was those 200,000, what was it, 200,000? I forgot the number now. Cell phone users that stopped having cell phones in 31. Yes, we're using code words, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're a new listener, go to our website, www.jlebang.com, and look up the C code so you can keep up. Because we don't want to bother the rhythm of Uncle Al Gore. So now it's perpetual burqas for all of us. Don't you love Sharia law? This is like medical Sharia law. Just wear your burqa, ladies and gentlemen, because it's going to keep you from infecting anybody else, even though you're not infected. And the boogie woogie virus is not like it's never been here before. And it's always mutated. All of a sudden, it's the worst thing ever. $500,000 deaths. Ooh. Of course, that's the orange man's fault. Joepedo has nothing to do with that. Some of those deaths probably could have been avoided, like in New York and Michigan, where the brilliant governors decided to take sick people and put them in with old people who were vulnerable of getting sick. See, that would be criminal behavior for the rest of us. But, they're just us. And because just us is for them, then they're safe from any of that prosecution. And because the people don't do anything about it, they just follow along. We can't do anything, nothing we can do. The best thing we could do, in my opinion, now, and what do I know? I've actually lived that life. You see, let me tell you a story, folks. Let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, in a land not so far away, there was this long-haired dude. Let's call him Jean. He's French. Let's call him Jean. Jean went the whole American route. He was following the American dream. He bought the house, he got married, all that kind of stuff. Went for the big career, And well, one thing led to another, and the stock market crashed on him and took most of his money. Other tragedies happened, including, and not limited to, his spouse taking everything he had, disappearing with the rest of it, so it absolutely ended up with nothing. So he had to find a way through life with nothing. And he realized deep down that it was the system, not the Constitution, but the system that was in place, that was rigged against him. So he withdrew. So he backed out. He left it as much as he could. He attempted to become a sovereign individual. And it's incredibly hard to remove yourself from the system. I hear it all the time. But there's ways. And you have to want to remove yourself from the system. You have to want to take yourself out of the enslavement that it brings you. And the only way to do that is to remove yourself as much as you can from it. all. So that's what he did. And to this day, which is 15 years or so later, really, when you add in all the years there, dude's got no debt. He lives a decently comfortable life. And he's not trapped into the system to where he has to become a full-time slave to the world. He can do what he wants most days without any repercussions, without any worry of, oh, I better go to work today because I need this and I need that. He decided long ago he didn't need any of that stuff. And what it brought him was closer to freedom than most people will ever experience in their lifetime. And it's not an easy road, that freedom. There are many challenges, but there are challenges within the system. But those challenges inside the system are rigged. The challenges that come from freedom or your attempt to become a sovereign individual are based primarily on random chance and your preparations. That's it. Two things. Neither one of them rigged. You prepare, you probably don't get that random event that destroys you. But in the system, if it's your number to get crushed, you're going to get crushed. And there ain't nothing you're going to do about it. That's right. And right now they're setting up this grand scheme to crush a whole lot of you. Not just one individual, not just two. That wasn't working fast enough for them. You understand? So they've had to speed it up just a little. In fact, not just a little. It's been kicked into high gear. Bubba, the guy over at the Bunker Report, he said it best the other day. It's like getting in a Ferrari and just going and taking off. That's how fast we're going now. With the Orange Man, we were still headed in that direction, but it was like riding a pony, comparatively. It was going to take a while to get there. But with Joepedo in charge, well, controlled by 31, you realize that Ferrari is going 120 miles an hour right now, and there's a brick wall right at the end of it. I guess that's where that great reset comes in, because when you finally crash that Ferrari, going to be a few injuries, possibly a few deaths. But maybe there's insurance for some, and they'll get themselves a new car, a new vehicle to move into the future. Because you know, the masters of reality have insurance waiting for them. Just like the fella who bought the Twin Towers right before the planes decided to go smack. And his insurance policy, incredibly enough, well, let's just say it worked out in his favor. So go figure that, because they've always got insurance. We're going to take our time out, folks. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Hey, Uncle Shady, where are they going? Hey, you, get back here. The John Lebang Show will be right back.
Are you in need of commercial or residential window cleaning? Do you need your office cleaned? Maybe custodial work? How about some gutter cleaning? If you do, then call Pane in the Glass for a beautiful shine that's crystal clear. Call Pane and the Glass. You can find them on Facebook at Pane and the Glass. You're listening to the John Lebang Show.
It's better than an Eye-Raider convention.
The other day, I Frankensteined a bunch of pair of glasses together so I could have more pairs for around the house. And with my luck, because this is how things run in this universe over here, I've broken 2 of them in like 3 days. And that's how things go here. I've also been working on the foam on the wall here, and I can't get it to stick on the wall no matter what I do. And I follow all the instructions and whatever. That's just how things roll here in this universe. And I've probably done this wall 3 times so far. And every method that I've taken is just not working. So I'm going to try a new method today, a little later on. And there's a caulking method. And I guess I'm going to try that and see if I can't get somewhere with a little caulk going on there. Hopefully I don't ruin the walls after that or the foam, but it's ridiculous that I can't get the stuff to stick up. And that's, I guess I'm kind of on a streak of like consistent, like, I don't want to call them failures. It's just like boom, boom, boom. Just things aren't working out. And I can't figure it out. I don't know what I did. I broke a glass somewhere. I don't know. I don't think I wronged anybody. But you ever get into those into those modes where you just like everything seems to go wrong constantly, boom, 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 here and there, everywhere, and it's like a tidal wave or an avalanche of stuff coming down. It's like, whoa, hold on, what did I do? You look up to God and you're like, hey, bro, can you chill just a minute? You're like, could you let me know what I did wrong, please? Thank you very much. Just saying. You know, every once in a while you get the answer back that you don't want. Not that I got an answer on this stuff, but every once in a while you look up and then you get that sound in that voice in your head, like, and it tells you. And it's like, yeah, okay, fine. All right, dude, I get it. All right, I get it. Thanks. I appreciate it. You don't have to remind me I suck, all right? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know if other people go through these streaks of just like bad luck. Boom, 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 boom. Here you go. Bad, 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 bad. There you go. That's it. Well, I guess this is the point in the broadcast that we start asking you for your support. If you want to help what's going on here on the John Lebang Show, please feel free to go to the website, www.jlebang.com. We've got a donate button right there, PayPal. We don't have the Patreon or any of that. We're considering doing that, but we'd really like to stay off the platforms that we consider to be less than helpful to people in our position. But for now, if you could, we're doing the subscription for $10 a year, and you'll receive emails of every show in MP3 form directly to your email, so you can listen to it on demand at your own time. So let's get back to some of the subjects in the news. Mike Pence apparently isn't going to go to the CPAC conference because, well, we don't know why, but I think I can tell you why. He pretty much turned his back on the orange man there. Pretty Princess, maybe we'll call him that. But he's pretty much gone to the other side, as have some other ones. Or maybe they were always on that side because, well, the orange man never really did a good job of keeping the swamp rats out of his administration. And he was plagued with issues because of that the entire time. And that was also part of the reason why he is no longer 13 anymore. And why Joepedo's 13. Now, some would say that maybe the orange man really didn't want to go back and HB13 and it was all a game. Others might say he was just incompetent and he didn't realize that he had so many of the rats in his administration. I happen to think maybe it's a little bit of both or something like that. But we've seen Joepedo with his breakneck speed at pretty much erasing the entire Orange Man history. And what he's going to do, he's going to replace it, well, with something that resembles more of a President Zero agenda. And beyond, for that matter, as we're seeing it. You have to kind of remove stuff before you start putting stuff in. And the opposition in the Linguini fonts is not going to be an actual opposition. It's going to look like it is. And what does it matter if you have the next version of Operation Ballot Box and you mysteriously make those, put more Linguini fonts, put more Linguini fonts in office. You've seen what they do when they run things. They get nothing done. They give their buddies a tax break, but you didn't get anything. They may have gotten a few judges in they wanted, but what has that really done? Look at what John Roberts, supposedly a conservative pick, has done. He hasn't leaned very conservative. And in the shampeachment, or the last one, he didn't even want to participate, even though he was kind of required to do so. It's as if nobody up there in the rat nest over at 4-3, nobody in 4-3 really does anything at all that would be remotely considered their actual job. Because they're all bought and paid for, ladies and gentlemen. We know that. But what are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about the bought and paid for 43? The rats are everywhere. There's no Pied Piper to lead them out. They let them in. And I can't wait to see how these slowly emerging conflicts, because you're seeing it. At the same time, you're seeing various countries and states start pushing the poker heavily on their population. At the same time, the boogie woogie virus continues to get worse. At the same time, they force us all to wear the medical burqa. When are you going to wake up? When are you going to wake up? You've got only one option that is nonviolent in all this, and that is to remove yourself from it all. Civil disobedience. Do not comply with anything. If a company says you have to wear a mask, don't go in there. Don't give them your business. If they force their employees to get the poker, don't give them their business. Don't give them your business. The hell with them. They obviously, whether it be governmental, corporational, or any other entity that is derived from the masters of reality, they will go against what you want because they have the insurance. They're covered. If the boogie woogie was as bad as they claim it to be, which survival rate's pretty good, but whatever, if it's as bad as they say it is, You want to guarantee they're covered? They're protected. But it's not about the boogie woogie anymore. We know that. So what is it about? Control. That's what it's about, ladies and gentlemen. They are attempting to control you and direct you, and they've used the Hegelian dialectic in perpetuity. You're under a massive psyop. For those of you in River Rouge, Michigan, who don't know what a psyop is, that's a psychological operation. And all of them are in on it. The whole ruling elite is in on it. It is as if the biblical the biblical prophecies are coming to fruition. Now, we've told you in the past, they either are or someone's trying to make you believe they are. I think the latter, again, is most likely. Because people think, some people, if they think the God is on his way, well, they're just going to sit back and let everything happen. Oh, I'm going to be raptured out of here before all the bad stuff happens. I'm going to be pulled out of here before the bad stuff happens. We didn't take any calls, did we? We're up against the end of the broadcast. Want to thank you all for tuning in. You know, as we've said for at least the past 12 months, and we're going to continue, the best you can do, ladies and gentlemen, is to prepare yourself and just be aware of what is happening. It's all you can do. Because we will never be able to get enough people to remove themselves to become sovereign individuals, because they are dependent on the system. They are dependent on the tyranny. They may not know it. They may even understand it. Some of them do. Because I've talked to them. They know they're perpetually dependent on a system that works against them. But as long as they get theirs and they're provided for, they'll let the system slowly but eventually wreck everything for everyone. And as long as they're not affected, that's okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's okay. Because it's just happening to someone else, it's not me. Just a quick historical reminder. There are a lot of people that said those very same words when the Germans were rounding up the Jews. All right, folks, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you stopping in again. We'll be back here on Wednesday, same time, same space, same station. And until the vibrations of my vocal cords reach your ears again, I am John Lebang, signing off from the Banger Studios. See you next time.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff. Tune in again next week. Same time, same space, same station.
Resistance is futile.
Don't forget to go to the website, www.jalebang.com.